We thank you for being with us. I know it's not been particularly easy for you to do so. We'll next hear from Mr. Vernon Glenn, who's an attorney from Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. Mr. Glenn, we welcome you to the Aging Committee.
Thank you, Senator Breaux. I appreciate the committee's invitation to testify, and I hope what I have to say is helpful. My biography has already been provided to the committee. I am a trial lawyer, and I live across the river from Charleston, South Carolina. I would be remiss if I did not extend the salutations and good greetings from Mrs. Virginia Kyle Hine and Mr. Edwin Kyle. Ms. Hine's son, John, is my best friend from college, and they sent their best to Senator Breaux. I was taught as a child that if it quacks like a duck, and walks like a duck, and waddles like a duck, and has white feathers like a duck, and it's got an orange bill like a duck, then in all likelihood it's a duck. And I am here to tell you now that what Mr. O'Neill has told you is not only a story of some significant tragedy for our seniors in this country, but it's a duck. This fella, Braswell, whose deposition I took this time last year down in Miami, I would submit to this committee is a recidivist of the highest and most chronic nature. Let us not forget that Mr. Braswell was sent to jail, to federal prison by federal Judge Marvin Shube back in the early 1980s. Now, why was he sent to prison? Let us review. Mr. Braswell was sent to prison for lying about breast-enhancing and hair growth products and false marketing and lying before a grand jury and income tax fraud. All of it was related to his marketing. I have with me an excerpt from the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, 1983. Glenn Braswell, once a reputed multimillionaire who lived in an Atlanta mansion and ruled a mail-order empire, was sentenced to prison Monday in federal court here. He can't even pay his phone bill now, they say, said Assistant U.S. Attorney Robert Stubbs, who handled the Braswell prosecution. The picture painted in court testimony was that Braswell has little left to show for his years of business and will be lucky to keep one of the 3 homes that he owned in better days. He received a 3-year sentence for filing false tax returns and perjury conviction, and when he's released, he has 5 years on probation. And he's also to have federal alcohol and drug rehabilitation while he's in the federal pen in Kentucky. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you the more things change, the more they stay the same. And we are now at another moment of critical mass. Mr. Braswell is absolutely making money hand over fist on the backs of aging and scared and fearful Americans. Now, there are 2 ways to stop this, I would submit, and I bet somebody else up there's got another idea, but my 2 ways are this. One, we've got to educate our seniors, and that seems to be an ongoing process because hope and hopefulness always triumphs education. It just does. We want to believe. I'm 51 now. I've gotten very creaky and old and grumpy about it, and I love it if somebody would give me something to make me feel better every morning. Having said that, I also am old enough and experienced enough and educated enough to understand that there is no magic cure in a bottle. I wish that there was, but there's not. So the ongoing educational process a little bit is not going to be that effective. And the other part of it is somebody's got to start swinging a great big bat at these people. Now, I know about Braswell because I represented a bunch of people that we ended up suing him. And we sued him in a very unlikely place. We sued him in federal court in South Carolina. And Mr. Braswell didn't want to come down to the low country of South Carolina and sit and face a jury of his peers. And Mr. O'Neill and I were chatting earlier, and he told us we were just a flea on a dog's back. They paid us some money. We're not allowed to disclose how much, and it was a goodly sum, but I'm not going to tell you how much. But it didn't mean anything to Glenn Braswell. And his insurance company paid some of it, and Mr. Braswell paid some of it. Isn't that about right? And Mr. Braswell went on. And that's the reason when I sent my remarks up to this committee, sin in haste and repent at leisure. That's something my mother always says to me, and I now say it to my children. Mr. Braswell has a great time sinning, and it takes him a long time to repent. And until you all get your big stick out and all these nice law enforcement agencies sitting back here, Mr. Braswell is going to continue to get a free pass. He wants to sell these companies, ladies and gentlemen. He's got a passport. He's going to leave the building. He's going to come in here with a phalanx of lawyers. He's going to leave with a phalanx of lawyers, and we'll all throw our hands up in the air. I submit we can do better than that. John Cheever, one of the great American authors, once said that America is a nation haunted by a dream of excellence. I always loved that. He said that at the bicentennial. Walter Cronkite interviewed him. And what he was saying was, we're always stumbling and staggering and trying to figure out what's the right thing to do, and we mess it up all the time, and we get it wrong a lot, but we keep trying. So our plea to this committee is, please keep trying. Please, let's sort of put on our armor now. Let's tell the big dog white-collar law firms, no more. We're not going to let you stand in the way here. We're going to do our job for our senior citizens and for our people who are sick and who are scared. It's the right thing to do. Lastly, I would draw your attention to 3 quick things, then I'll be quiet. My children would look at me when I say that and say, Daddy's lying again. So I want to make full disclosure. There is a poster over here that we pulled up off the Jaravita website, and I would commend this to you. I know the Braswell people will love it because it's free advertising. You know that old thing, I don't care what you say about me as long as you get my name right. But it's www.gvi.com. And you can go there, and I mean you can buy it all. And I wish you would look at the bottom. This is the Prostata. This was the company, the product that GVI sells that we got into these lawsuits with Jim Faree and these other sports celebrities. And they have a disclaimer on the bottom, and I want to read it to you real quickly because I would submit to you that if indeed GVI and Jaravita and Theraceuticals and all of them really wanted you to believe this disclaimer, then you wouldn't buy the first doggone thing from them. Jaravita products are dietary supplements. That's it. And as such are not intended to treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Those seeking treatment for specific disease should consult a physician or other qualified health care professional prior to taking a Jaravita product or any other dietary supplement. The message is, buy our stuff, but before you put it in your mouth, go on and see your doctor. Well, your doctor is going to tell you that it's not worth a tinker's damn. None of it is. It's junk. It's all junk.